All right, this is your boy, Bry. Hold on a minute. I'm over here and look how sweet that little thing is. Let me just say something right now. We have got to give a shout out to the Mighty Merc wood splitter. $150 fine. That guy was a dumbass to sell it that cheap, but I'm happy he did. Let me talk about it. One pull with the choke and that thing fired right up. If you can believe your boy, that's exactly what happened. I checked the oil. I turned the gas on, put the choke on, one fire, and that baby was going pop, 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 pop. I shut the choke off, and she just kept running. You seen how it was running? Flawlessly. Let's take a look at the wood pile. This is literally about 20 minutes worth of work right here. Now, as you see, I can't cut these ones. I've got to cut them in half. But I've got a bunch more here to do. And let me tell you something right now. This is ash. I figured it out. I looked it up. This is ash. And the grain on it is unbelievably nice. I mean, even the knottiest of the, you see these ones over here, like this one here. It's all angled and stuff. It'll bust them right in half. Let me talk about cutting wood for a minute, people. If you're going to cut wood, you see how this is cut at an angle, like wicked over? Number one, your saw is too dull. Okay, you got something going on with your chain. Number two, the reason you don't want to do that is when you're trying to push on it with that guy right there, it wants to throw it to the side. You have to really know how to play the angle. And it's just, you know, you shouldn't have to do that. But look at the grain on this wood. This is some nice hardwood right here. I mean, if you wanted to make a hickory handle, so to speak, but even though it ain't hickory, you could make an ash handle. Something for like a hammer. Very easy to bust this apart and take a shave horse and bring this stuff and render it down. I'm telling you right now, that was a damn good find right there. And that fellow that called me, man, am I happy he did, because what he just did was put $300 in my pocket. Minus my gas money. So let's say he put $265 in my pocket. And I don't know how else to explain it other than saying, if you don't have a lot of money, people, there's people that are, I don't want to say dumb, but they don't understand what the thing of value really is, so they will give it to you for free. He wasn't going to be able to use it. And take a look at the bounty that we have here. I'm going to bust this all apart, and we're going to have, I think I misspoke, guys. I think there really is 3.5 to 4 cord here. I have to be honest with you. I mean, I went a little too conservative on it. But I hope you see the difference between having a wood splitter and having just a Go Devil or an axe. You can do it. Don't get me wrong, you can do it. But man, when you operate that, this is almost like, in a way, most people would say that's a lot of work. But let me tell you something, this is more like fun. When you take a piece of wood, like this right here, and you put it up on the I-beam and you render it down to this, it's almost like you're not really destroying and cracking the wood in half. All the disappointments in life and all the times you've been screwed over, it's like you're seeing it getting busted down on the wood splitter. And that's a wonderful feeling to know that you just stuck it to the man in a way. Mentally, you did. Emotionally and mentally. But we're happy. We've got the boiler. I hear the boiler going now. Let's take a look. Ho, ho, ho! That's a little bit of that in there I threw in there just to see how it would burn. That one's here on the top. Now, them are the ones I just threw in there. Look at the flame coming off that. That is free biothermal units. And let me tell you something. I'm afraid I'm going to melt my lens on my camera. The heat's coming off there so beautifully. What a beautiful beauty. It's a beautiful beauty in motion right there. Look at that. I mean, can you believe how nice and toasty my house is right now in my hot water? Endless hot water with this. All because someone wanted to cut a tree down in a yard in a situation, I capitalized on it and said, okay, I'm going to take that free wood, I'm going to put a little sweat and elbow grease with it, and we're going to render it down into the wood stove that says, we got free water now, free hot water, free hot heat coming off the registers. Yeah, did you understand the theme, people? Free, 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 free. You can pay for it, and I've got enough money to pay for wood. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I do have just enough money in my account to make a pile of wood show up here that I purchased. But why would you do it? Why would you? There's going to be times when I've got to buy it. But right now is the time in the season. Everything in life is like a season. And right now the season says, it's not quite strawberry season yet, because that's really in June. But right now it's get all the free wood when people cut their trees down season. And we're capitalizing on it. And the situation says, look how nice and warm that is. Now let's take a look at what the temperature is. 187. We better shut that door, people. We're going to go ahead and shut that door, which I heard the damper go clickety click, so I know she's going to choke it off now. But look at this. Really no smoke. It's really a beautiful boiler. You know, don't let anybody tell you that these outdoor boilers are nasty and smoky and all that. If anything, it's all in the material. You can't put trash and garbage in them. You've got to put the type of material that says, this is real good lumber, people. It even tells you right here. Let me show you. Maintenance schedule. Daily. Stir and scrape the ashes in the firebox. Okay. Check the water level. Monthly. Check the door rope seal and check your chimney. Check your vent cap. Clean and remove ashes. We really remove our ashes every 2 weeks. Biannually. Clean the firebox, flue, chimney. I've already done that last month. We did lubricate the solenoid. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now I only put one screw on here just so I can get to it easier. But I know you're going to want to see this, okay? Because maybe I haven't showed you guys this. The situation says maybe I haven't showed you guys. So let me do this. Okay? Let's take a look. All right, this is the plunger, and this is a solenoid right here, okay? This is a solenoid. So when that thermostat tells it, hey, we need this door to open up, see the door? That drops down and chokes the flame off. Now, if I was to open that up right now, the air would go in there and it would go, whoo, it'd come out because you don't want to burn your eyebrows off. But at the end of the day, that is one hell of a simple design. And that's how it works. The signal comes through. There is a fuse here. Okay, you have to make sure the fuse, if this door gets real gummy and sticky because you put the wood all to the back and the smoke comes to the front and drops some of the creosote down, you have to put your wood closer to the door. And I learned that from one of the local dealers. He helped me out with that. But if that happens and the door sticks, it'll blow the fuse. It's a simple fix. You put a new fuse in it and you scrape the door, clean it off. But this is where they tell you to put a little WD-40 right here. Now let me tell you something. I'm not knocking the guys that put WD-40 on it. But what I am saying is, I'd rather put a little white. You see how mine's got white on it? That's white lithium. And the white lithium seems to work a little better here. You know, it seems to work a little better. And you do that periodically. Now they say biannually or whatever. I kind of do it every couple of months. I'll take the door off. That's why I leave the one screw in it, just enough to hold it. There's another two that go here if you want to really make sure it's fastened down, okay? But that's the situation with the door. And again, it's a simple design, right? When the temperature says we need to have the water to go up, it opens the door, the draft comes in and ignites your ashes that are in there. So let's go ahead and put this back. Okay, we got that back on there. And let me see, there's how you check your water, okay? And of course the door, I mean, these people, this is a 5/8 steel. I mean, look how sturdy that handle is right there. And as you see, even after you shut the door, it does still climb a little because the heat's in there. But that's why the damper shuts down at 185 and it reopens at 175. But yeah, she's pretty simple. And we hope you enjoyed today's situation, that you could see that we got some nice free firewood. Okay. Another half hour, this will all be rendered down into firewood. And if you don't recall, this is my shed of many colors. I'm going to go ahead and empty all the wood out of there. And this shed's getting moved to the back. And I'm going to go ahead and build me a garage here. I really need a garage, people, to finish my truck. There's the chassis. It's all done. Engines in the garage, all rebuilt. Just need to mate them up. That and a transmission and a new clutch. And then the body panels have got to go on after they're painted. But I can't finish the truck until I have the garage. It's one of them things you got to have the garage in order to finish. Because here in upstate New York, you never know. It could rain like this. It could rain all, for a month straight when you're off. And you think to yourself, well, there goes a month, But I never really let the weather stop me, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, we'll get to this here. This will probably be tomorrow's situation. I need to render this down as well. A lot of this I can just buzz up into 16-inch pieces. And we'll go ahead and add that to the fire and burn it as we use it. Yes, I do burn my boiler year-round. I try not to burn propane anymore. It's too costly. And to be honest with you, I'm getting almost 30 hours. If I fill that stove up over there, right there, if I fill that up, I get about 30 hours in the warmer weather before I even got to put wood into it, And at the height of the coldness, it could be 25, 30 below zero. It's about every 10 to 12 hours you got to check on it and make sure you're still good. But, it's weather dependent. But when we chuck that baby full right there, that shed of many colors with wood, we don't care what the temperature is, because we'll just come out for 10 minutes, load it up, and we'll see them again in 12 hours. And the situation is you go right inside and you almost think it's summertime. It's so warm in there. And you're not worried, right? You're not saying, oh my God, I got to turn the heat down. Look at the price of the fuel. Look at the bill we just got in the mail. Oh my God, look at the propane cost. You don't do that. You just say, oh really? You're a little nippy? Hey, is anybody nippy in the house? Oh, okay, just turn the heat up a little bit, guys. Go sit near the heaters. And that's how we roll here on the compound. But this is Bry. I've got to get on down the road. I wanted to give you an update. Let's take one more look at the wood pile, because I know that's what you want to do. It's clean, it's wood, and it's mine. And I, the DIYer, put the time in today and made that happen. And tomorrow I'm going to have you come along with me, because I've got to go take another free tree off of a family member's property. It's maple that's half hung down. We're going to go ahead and cut that down. We're going to do it safely, and we're going to get that wood over here at the compound, and we're going to say more money in the pocket for free. All right, this is Bry. I got to go.